This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
Great stuff, man. Of course, there wasn't just one syndicated show back then. There were multiples. But before we play some clips from the Mid-Atlantic syndicated show, I want to come back to that same episode of Worldwide where you're not solo. You're joined by Tully Blanchard and JJ Dillon. Let's take a listen.
Champion Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard Enterprises.
David Crockett, it amazes me how the dogs they are, this, that, and the other. What you see is a plan by the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette to force the Rock and Roll Express to put the world's titles up. That's all it is.
But it takes 3 of them, right?
So it just takes a little intimidation to get them to sign the contract. That's a philosophy that I've done before, Arn's done before.
And it backfired on you, didn't it?
No, it doesn't. It gets them in the ring. It gets the titles on the line, David Crockett, and that's the bottom line. It gets the money matches going. What happened to mine? Your brother and you and Magnum TA took a little payoff under the table, and that's what happened to mine. Because as these fans holler, I quit, Dusty Rhodes likes to say, I quit, but you watched it. Everybody around the country watched it, and the words never crossed my lips. James J?
You know, there's an old saying, what goes around comes around, and here's the situation.
You better believe
where now the American dream has got to haul her around, and he's got to live with the fact that he made the biggest mistake of his life ever come out and taking up for her, because it's got to be embarrassing for her on many situations to even be seen with her. And as far as Magnum TA is concerned, he's out there holding the U.S. title belt around his waist, and it's got to be a bit of embarrassment to him to know that in time he's not going to be able to hold on to that title. And then what's he going to make in the way of excuses when the time comes that the likes of Mr. Tully Blanchard Enterprises can proudly wear the United States Championship belt or the National Heavyweight belt?
JJ, not to interrupt you, the thing is right here, you got 2 of the 4 horsemen. 1 down, 3 left. Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, any combination, anytime, the greatest tag team on the face of the earth.
Man, how great is Tully? Is Tully one of the more underrated promos of all time? I mean, I think it's probably just because he, quote unquote, left the game for so long. But man, I don't think enough people put him on like their Mount Rushmore of promos. But he was believable. He was assholey, and you wanted to punch that guy in the face, man. He was everything you want in a bad guy.
That's a real good word. That ain't a word.
Assholeian.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not a word. Thank you for that. As intelligent as you are, if you could turn something into a word that ain't a word and it sound completely plausible, congrats, young man.
Well, I tried to say it intentionally. You know, we've learned that last week here on the program. Intentionally.
No, I'm not an English major. I'm from the South. So are you.
Yeah. You created the Spinebuster, and I created a bunch of podcasts. I think you win. Advantage Anderson.
No, there's all those other little things that your businesses that might have put you over the top, where you bail people out of rough situations financially and save their lives and shit. Yeah, that puts you over the top. Everybody hated Tully.
Yeah.
I had fans for some reason. I don't know why. I would try to turn them on me, but they just, I don't know. They just, maybe some of the power moves were, tipped them a little bit to my favor, but everybody universally hated Tully. And yeah, he was good on the stick.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.